So, you're on the hunt for a new base, searching for comfort in the apocalypse. Well, look no further, as I have 7 incredible locations to showcase. Kicking it off with arguably the perfect base, McCoy Estate, which is just beautiful. It really feels like the devs made this to offer the quintessential Build 42 experience, making it easy to test out the new features like caring for animals, farming new crops, becoming a master blacksmith, equipped with your very own lake so you can catch fish. Oh, would you look at that? It even has its very own subscribe to Awpenheimer button. Pretty cool. This place is pretty much in the middle of nowhere. You've got a whole lot of land and a whole lot of lake. Despite this, it is pretty easy to locate. You're not too far from Muldraugh and you're pretty close to West Point. You can even see it marked on the spawn map. So not only is it aesthetically pleasing, it's also incredibly functional in a low population area, and a well so you can drink as much water as you'd like. Oh, and a whole big lake, I guess. But me personally, I just wait until it rains and stand there with my mouth wide open, drinking it straight from the source. Before I get on with the tour, I will say it's a very long dirt road to get out of this place, so you will probably want to follow this path and do a bit of deforestation, as there is a train track and a road pretty close up there. So we've got a decent sized animal pen here. There's an area where you can partake in your hobby of carpentry. A very nice setup so you can take up blacksmithing. Plus this workshop looks very nice. Also doubles up as a garage. Also the variety of crops that you have available is pretty crazy. Some of which are available to harvest on day 1 in case you're feeling a little peckish. There is plenty of food here, but in the long term you could definitely scale it up. Expand the farm into all of this land. You have your very own boathouse, plus some nice docks, although no boat, which is a bit unfortunate. Also, as far as I'm concerned, you now own 2 islands to do whatever you'd like on. Well, you can't do anything. There's gotta be some rules, because we know how that turned out. Anyway, Mr. Jeffrey, let's check out the house, which, in my opinion, is one of the best looking houses in the game. It's got everything. Got nice skylights, big beautiful curves, cool looking garage door, and a very nice balcony which is fully planted. As you enter, you're greeted by a grand log staircase. So downstairs is mainly storage. You've got a nice little storage room here, a whole room dedicated to fridges and freezers, a nice sterile kill room with a blood draining device included. This is a cozy little area. Although is it just me or does that look like an incredibly oversized t-shirt? And then we have a second garage. Oh, and a generator spawned in here too, which is cool. I'm not sure whether that's just pure RNG, but we've got one. Up to the second floor where the real magic happens. This place is beautiful. A very homely living area, equipped with your own ensuite office. A very well-equipped kitchen. A bedroom that is bigger than my actual house. I wish I was kidding. Oh, and all of this leads onto the incredibly chill balcony, where you can go, relax after a hard day, and smoke a cigarillo. And last but not least, we have a third floor, which is another very chill area. A spare room in case family stay over, a second bedroom in case you make too much mess in your other one, a third and final bedroom, plus some extra storage. I'm sure a good amount of you have probably seen this base before, but if you haven't, you should definitely check it out, especially if you want a more relaxed, peaceful run where you can try out a bunch of the new stuff. Next up, we have the Rusty Rifle, which saw a huge upgrade in Build 42. This place looks great now, especially at night with the new lighting system. Like, that is a very cool sign. So it transformed from a tiny tavern to this compound which comes equipped with its very own motel, what is basically a giant shed, a smaller, more modest shed, your very own outdoor cinema. So with the motel, you've got 2 floors of actually pretty nice rooms. Turns out the big shed is actually the mother lode, the jackpot of all the alcohol they were storing. We got kegs on kegs on kegs. On kegs on kegs on kegs on kegs. Oh, on kegs on kegs on kegs on kegs. Can somebody let me know what this device is? Because I've never seen this before. Because my mind goes straight to a medieval torture device. You get the person, sit them on top, crank away, and you know the rest. Onto the main attraction, that is the new and improved tavern, which does have its very own outhouse in case you get diarrhea. You have a garage where you can work on your vehicles, an industrial kitchen, and of course the main bar, which also seems like a lamp museum. But it's pretty cool, you can serve yourself a beer and you don't even have to pay. Or maybe you'd like to jam with your friends. Also, this microphone is like twice the height of me. I'm not 4'7", I swear, ladies. Upstairs where the action happens, we have a nice pool table, jukebox, darts. You'd never get bored here. This is a very modest living room. Same goes for the bedroom. If it was the apocalypse, I would not be sleeping on a single bed. Maybe that's me being spoiled, but come on, man. The kitchen's not the biggest either, but you do have one downstairs, so I'll let them off with that one. And lastly, you have this balcony so you can keep watch over your compound. If you just build a gate here, you're pretty secure around the whole area, minus 1 or 2 windows and doors. So unless a horde rolls through, you probably don't have too much to worry about. This place also features a basement, which I can only assume the Mafia used to conduct some fairly painful interrogations. I just get that vibe from this chair and lamp combo. I don't know. So if you don't already know about Rusty Rifle, it's located in the south of Muldraugh, right down here at the end of the tip. It's pretty easy to find. Right on the doorstep, you do have a well and a mini farm, plus some chickens, which is handy. There's also some more right down here, so you'll have plenty of eggs. Another great thing is that there is a gas station right next to you, and it has 4 pumps, so you should never run out of gas again. I think Muldraugh is my favourite city now. You've got a lot going on around you, but I won't show too much as there may be 1 or even 2 bases nearby that are coming up. War Thunder is the most comprehensive vehicle combat game ever made and is now available for free on PC, PlayStation, Xbox and mobile. Take command of over 2,500 tanks, planes, helicopters and ships from 10 major nations. It has one of the most advanced vehicle damage models in gaming. Every vehicle is intricately modeled down to its individual components, like engines, fuel tanks, weapons and crew, which are all susceptible to damage or disabling. When a vehicle is destroyed, you see exactly what happened in the X-ray view, showing precisely where the shell penetrated, which components were affected, and what ultimately led to the destruction of the vehicle. So immerse yourself in War Thunder's intense combat, where detailed vehicles, realistic graphics, and authentic sound put you at the helm of history's most powerful war machines, joining 70+ million players in epic PvP battles. Play now for free. Use my links in the pinned comment or description to sign up, where new and returning players will receive a massive bonus pack across PC and consoles, including multiple premium vehicles, the Eagle of Valor vehicle decorator, 100,000 silver lions, and 7 days of premium for a limited time only. Now, you can't have a base video without including a fire station, so number 3 is Ekron Fire Station. Another spot which, if you patched up the front of this gate, you would have a fully secure compound. You can probably expect what you'll see in here, as most fire stations are fairly similar in layout, but this place is pretty big and there's a lot of loot inside. So of course you have a big old garage area, plus its very own stripper pole, and a sink so you can clean off afterwards. A jail cell in case you've been a bad boy, or you could keep a zomboid as a pet. You have a spacious medical room, along with this stacked medical storage room. A dedicated space to hold your morning meetings, but only after you've put a shift in the gym. There's a great setup so you can continue playing games. No joke, I just counted 14 fire axes in this storage room, so that's one reason to come here, and a pretty good reason too. Now before we go upstairs, there is actually a downstairs, where you can do as much laundry as you will ever need. It is actually very big down here. It even has its very own training course. Could come in handy. So up here we have more storage, which is always welcome. A nice big living area, which also has a stripping pole. This place is great. I like these windows so you can watch over your possessions in the garage. Got a load of bunk beds, a nice sized kitchen, plenty of lockers and showers, and of course some toilets. So this place is located in Ekron, one of the new towns, and you can see the fire station marked on the map. Like the last one, you also have a chicken hutch next door, a couple ponds, or a swimming pool, so you've got plenty of water. You'll probably have quite a few neighbours as you're next door to the community college. But I will say, this is a very nice looking building. You may even want to base up there. A little rooftop base would be cool. Just around the corner, you do have a gas station, which is always pretty necessary. So if you do want to check out Ekron, this could be the base for you. For number 4, we're back in Muldraugh with the new and improved police station. Going from one station to the other, I think this one just takes the cake. It definitely does on the visual side. This place looks so cool now. It's also more secure. Just fence up this front entrance, and these are currently indestructible fences. You can shoot some threes when you're bored, and here's a place where cars can be stored, also known as a garage, and it's a pretty big area. You of course have all of the commodities, showers, toilets, locker rooms, but the coolest locker room of them all is the evidence locker. And this place is stacked. There's a few different offices, command center, a load of jail cells, a pretty awful staff room, and a real professional interrogation room. And once again, a building that does utilize the underground. And this place is very big. You've damn near got a whole hospital down here. Like, this is a serious setup. They've got a lot of files down here. And another huge evidence locker, which also doubles up as a lost and found by the looks of it. Now heading upstairs, we have big old office space, but you could definitely repurpose this however you'd like. There's a few separate offices. This one's pretty modest, but this is proper. You have a mini balcony, which is cool, and this roof is just begging for some crops on it, surely. And with the use of a mod, you can climb that ladder and get up onto the way bigger roof. Overall, this is a very cool spot. Also located in the south of Muldraugh, parallel to the main road. It is right there. So if you like what you saw, you should definitely cop this base. Anyway, on to number 5. We have this Cultist Compound. Or as it's officially known, Neil's Farm. As you can see, it's just south of Echo Creek. Hard to miss it, as Neil's Pond is pretty big. Quite the body of water he's got. So, you may be wondering why it's called the Cultist Compound, as it looks like a pretty innocent place. There's no major red flags, although there are some red signs. But we'll get to that point shortly. As you can see, a bunch of cars will spawn here, which you can protect from the rain with this outdoor garage. You have your very own pigs, which do have a very big living area. Not sure what that's about. Maybe they have the swine flu or something? I don't know, but I'm going to stay away for now. You obviously have all of this farmland and all of these pre-made patches ready to go, plus the water catchers, that's handy. You have a very intimidating scarecrow. Cabin number 1 is just full of bunk beds. Cabin number 2, exactly the same. But cabin number 3 is also the same. Don't worry though, we've got a number 4 over here. And thankfully that one's different, in the sense that it's exactly the same. But hey, we're not here for the cabins. These will all be storage rooms eventually, I'm sure. Including number 5. Although surely this is enough storage. If not, you're probably a huge hoarder. Welcome to the club. And right outside your storage barn, a trailer spawned, which is nice. And you can also get the chance for a car to spawn, but nothing spawned this time. The main farmhouse is pretty nice looking. It's not incredible, but I like that circular window. I will say I think it does look better on the inside. Quite nice and homely. You've got all the basic rooms you'd expect, including one you may not expect. Right down here. But hey, let's check upstairs real quick. Up here you have even more bunk beds. Must have been a pretty big cult. Even more bunk beds? That's just overkill. At least you have one double bed, so you can sleep in some kind of comfort. Oh, there is also a 3rd floor. Nice little reading area. What's through here? Yeah, a good amount of storage. Not bad. Now we head downstairs, which is a creepy jail. I don't see anyone alive. A random farm in the middle of nowhere, having a pretty big jail under its house, is definitely strange. There's no other way around it. This place is dodgy. I'm sure this slaughter table has seen some things. Oh, and of course they're stacked up with military gear. Why wouldn't they be? Now that I'm thinking about it, this place should have probably went on a unique base video instead of a best base location video. But hey, maybe some of you are huge cult enjoyers, which would make this the best base for you, surely. Despite it having a few useless cabins, it's still a perfectly viable place to live. You've got the huge secure perimeter all the way around, although I say secure lightly, as you will definitely need to patch up quite a few holes in the fence. You have the farming space and animals ready, and of course you live right on the water for unlimited hydration and fish. This is practically becoming a unique bases video, as number 6 is Guns Unlimited. Although I'd say this one is unique, and also very good, and also very big, and also very populated. Yeah, sorry, I don't know what I was doing there. So I'm sure you're aware of this place, but it's my job to try and sell you on it as a base. So let's pretend there's not a million zombies inside. You're located directly to the west of Echo Creek. There are plenty of water sources within distance. Your next door neighbors do have a load of chickens you can steal. It is of course a giant compound secured by fences, which expands into this huge area for the shooting range with indestructible fences. Let's be real, this is more room than you'll ever need. But hey, it's there if you need it. So at the entrance you have this platformed apartment, which I'll definitely describe as unique. A random storage room, although I'm not sure how much use you'll get out of these, given what's inside the big old building. We're not even inside yet, and these tents are already full of guns. Also, surely at least one of the cars that spawn here will work, and I'll never turn down a free working vehicle. You've got even more in the shooting range, although they might have a few holes in them. Even if they are beat up, we've got a bunch of garage workshops here, so you can get to fixing them. Also a mini jail. There's plenty of storage already, and I can imagine there's going to be much more inside. Alright, let's make our way into the Second Amendment playground. And oh boy, this place is huge. We have a section dedicated to military clothing and gear, then a section with more guns and ammo than you will ever need. Well, you can never have too much, but there's quite a lot here. Over to the camping section, in case you decide to go on a little adventure. It's got its very own fishing shop. Okay, wow, and this whole section is just full of guns as well. It may look like jewelry, but it's actually guns. We've got some backroom action going on with your very own safe room, your very own state-of-the-art workshop, and just look at the size of this storage area. It's also got garage doors, even into the main room, so you could literally drive throughout this whole place. Staying true to its name, Guns Unlimited, this place is also filled with more guns. It's not all guns and shops, you have a very spacious living area here, although no bedroom just yet, but you'll sleep fine on the couch. There is a garage door on this side of the building too, so you can literally drive through your base. If it's raining outside, there's no worries, we have an indoor shooting range. But if a static shooting range is not exciting enough for you, we have this huge training area. It even has its very own viewing balcony, which leads into this huge living area with the most 90s carpet I've ever seen. Everything here is just so big, including my... So yeah, this place is way too big to base in. But who doesn't love a challenge? Although this is probably too big. However, it could be fun. And finally, for number 7, we have L&B Warehousing. And if you hadn't guessed already, I'm in love with Muldraugh right now. And it seems more specifically the south of Muldraugh, as we are right back down there. As a businessman, I love compound interest, and as a Zomboid player, I clearly have compound interest. Poor joke, but I obviously do enjoy a compound. Whack a little gate here and you're pretty secure. It's also not overwhelmingly big. If you've got any suggestions for some really small, compact, yet amazing bases, please let me know, because in general I do prefer those. But I am happy with the size of this one. No, not that one. So the first building is full of storage and a little office. And these shelves are full of pretty much everything you can need. Honestly, there's a good variety in here. Quite a lot of tools, farming stuff. Yeah, pretty much everything. It's honestly quite the jackpot in here. In the back corner we have this small little office, kitchen area. I'd probably empty this out and put a bedroom in here. Then in this big old building is just a bunch more crates and storage. All of which are again full of a variety of tools, skill books and more. Anything interesting upstairs? Not really. Water dispenser's always nice though. Hey, at least you've got these windows so you can take a peek at the chicks walking past. So by now I'm sure you're aware of the surrounding area, but I didn't mention we have a huge scrapyard here, so you should be able to get at least one working vehicle, right? Surely. Hell yeah boys, I managed to pull. Time to turn the camera off. Alright, that's it for today. Hopefully you found a base you want to check out. At the very least, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Have an amazing day, and peace. Again, big thanks to War Thunder for sponsoring this video. Don't forget to play it for free on PC, PlayStation, Xbox or mobile right now by using my links in the pinned comment or description. New and returning players that haven't played in 6 months will also receive a massive bonus pack across PC and consoles, including multiple premium vehicles and a bunch of other goodies, available for a limited time only, so make sure not to miss it.